be great, gonna be a good day.
This is Jase and Lauren on Melbourne's Nova 100.
Well, good morning, everybody, and happy Friday Eve.
Good morning.
Favourite day of the week.
Good morning.
Love a Thursday. Love a Thursday.
Also, we all arrived at exactly the same time today.
That was like magic.
Wasn't that fun? We came up the
Wasn't it
lift
fun?
together. I was pumping Sophie Ellis Bextor.
I know Clint and I were in the car park having a dodgy chat, and then we just hear, and the volume starts
If you
getting
think you're
louder.
getting away, I will do you wrong. I'll take you all the way.
Yeah, we
Boy, just come along.
We get it.
Hear me when I say,
and then
hey, it's a matter on the dance floor. That was
and then
pretty
around
good.
the corner she comes in the Tesla. Mum's having a party.
Yeah. You know, the Tesla has party lights on it. I couldn't work out how to do it fast enough to make them all flash. I can flash to the music.
I don't think you should drive with flashing lights.
No, I don't think you should either.
In a car park situation, I'm sure it's fine.
You don't drive at the best of times with normal lights.
That is rich coming from you. How's the back of your car looking, big boy?
That's a good point. She got you.
I don't know what's going on with that insurance payout either. It feels like 4 years ago they took photos of the car and the guy at the wreckers is like, yeah, mate, we'll call you when the parts come in. I don't think it's ever come in.
It's a smash repair, not the wreckers.
Right,
smash repair.
Yeah, gotcha.
But you need to crack the whip there.
Yeah.
It doesn't look great, does it?
No, I'm driving around with that funny little texture on the back where they've circled all the marks and everything.
God.
I look like someone about to go onto the knife.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
Oh,
It's so weird when they do that. When you have surgery and they draw all over you.
should we talk about my potential surgery later on in the show?
I think we
Oh,
should.
my God. Jason did the doctor yesterday. Clint and I have been pushing him for months and months and months. And we got the call. Well, actually, he didn't call. We called him to see how he went.
Yeah.
And did we laugh?
We were very sympathetic.
I wasn't.
Can I point out, you asked Brody, our executive producer, I was walking around here having a panic attack before the doctors, wasn't I?
Because you fully self-diagnosed.
I thought I was dying.
Yep.
He was, and it was
Well, guess
unbearable.
what? He's not. He's being an absolute.
Can I just-
He's carrying on.
So it's gone from Jay starring in an episode of RPA to Jay starring in a potential episode of
Botched.
Extreme Makeover.
Or botched, potentially.
Might be going
Anyway.
under the knife. We'll chat about that a little bit later on in the show.
It's a glorious story, really, especially after the carry-on of the last.
I smell a golden story.
Hey, footy tonight.
I smell someone who's been carrying on, Clint. And guess what? He can't smell anything, so
Can we move on,
I
please?
smell drama queen.
Can we move on?
yes. I smell a drama queen also.
Blue Baggers playing tonight against Port.
Yeah, the Blues have never beaten Port Adelaide at Adelaide Oval. There's
Never,
a stat
ever.
for you. Never.
Really? Will tonight be the night?
I have absolutely zero interest in Port Adelaide versus Carlton.
Wow.
Just saying.
So
I only have the capacity for carrying out so many teams, and those
I
two
know.
aren't them.
They're not on your
well,
radar.
No.
watch this. She loves her Tigers. Who are they playing and when?
Oh, they might as well have a bye, to be honest.
They're playing the Cats.
The other team I like.
Yes.
Well,
Where's that one?
I'll
I
tell
think-
you.
Is that in Geelong?
It is.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
who'll win that one, and it's going to be the little cats, not the big cats.
I don't know. The Cats are
No,
not exactly
Richmond
having a
have,
good
run.
Richmond
Nose.
have like 20
They almost
injuries
got
on
there
our
last
list.
week. The Tigers.
Yeah, it was bloody close.
Dream
wasn't it?
time at the G.
Yeah, they
Cats
did
are
very
hard
well.
to beat at Geelong.
Look, footy coming up tonight. We'll chat a little bit more about that. Hey, can we just get into the show, because coming up next,
Oh my God, we've got mystery boxes.
something's arrived, and I would say, depending on what's in this box,
Can I give mine a shake?
it's going to totally change the mood of this show. Would you say?
Oh,
you got the bowls.
Would you say this is a box a lot of people in Melbourne are getting delivered at the moment?
Yeah, it's super random,
We
and we
will-
paid for them.
We'll go there next on Nova. Espresso. I've had a couple of gummies this morning.
Excuse me?
We got sent these.
What?
We got sent these little caffeine gummies.
Oh, yeah, you don't need them.
I've had 3.
Oh God.
They were yummy.
Yeah.
Where's that going to take you? To
Don't
the
know.
promised land.
We don't know, Clint. You're on the air with. Probably should have read the label. One of the producers just went, here, we had these sent in. I was like, okay. You're on the air here at Nova 100. You've
Hurry
got
up.
Jase, Lauren, Clint.
Quick.
We're excited.
Doing a thanks to our mates at What If It Is Aussie for Travel.
Okay.
Showers today.
Top 21, 17 right now.
Okay, so we are excited because have you seen all these people on, this is so dorky, by the way, but all these people have been posting their and this is not a sponsored segment.
No.
We've spent our own money to buy Frank Green lucky boxes because we've been seeing all these people posting about them, and you don't know what you're going to get inside, but we love Frank Green water bottles in here, and we get quite competitive about them.
Can I just say, I realise this is a crazy fad and people are spending stupid amounts of money on water
One of the
bottles.
craziest fads I've seen.
But
Yeah.
basically, Jase, for weeks, maybe months, has been saying, I want to get a chrome Frank Green water bottle, which is
If you don't
the
get a
silver
chrome,
or the multicoloured
I
sparkling
will
one, right?
laugh.
All I
So
want.
instead of actually going and buying a chrome water bottle, he's convinced us all to buy the Frank Green lucky boxes where you pay $120 or something and you don't know what you're going to get. And all week we've been winding him up
Well, Lauren and
But
I
he's not
bought the
gonna get a
lucky box only because
to annoy Jase.
to hope that we get a chrome bottle.
If
and
we
he
get
doesn't.
chrome bottles and he doesn't,
Oh,
and some people get hats, some people get big giant bottles. You get
So if you missed it on social media, it is a bit dorky, isn't it? People are unboxing their
Love
lucky
it.
box in the
All
form
right,
of a
yeah,
video.
come
Who's
on.
going first?
I think we all do it.
no,
at the
no,
same
no,
time.
no. I think you go first, Lauren.
Oh no, this is a stitch up.
No,
Have
no,
you
no,
got
no.
into my box?
I've not. Trust me, I haven't gone anywhere near your
I
box.
need the scissors. Clint, maybe you should. Oh, here we go. Hang on.
You right? You away?
Oh, the box is hard to get into. I'm shocked. All right, here we go.
Runners.
Okay, if you get
Okay,
if she gets
here
a
we go.
reflective chrome bottle. Here we go.
Look at her face. Her
Un-
silly little face. Oh no, she's upset.
She's not set. She's
got-
not happy.
she's
She's
got
not
a hat.
happy.
What's happened?
It's a mystery.
I don't like the fluoro green.
Oh! Your water bottle looks like a
It
highlighter.
looks like Kermit the Frog.
Shame. Shame.
Shame.
Shame. Shame.
Oh,
All right,
that's
next
nice, Lauren.
Nice.
What else
That's
you got in there?
lovely.
I got. So that's a normal sized bottle.
one. You know what should be.
Oh, I got another green. Small size. Green's my least favourite colour.
You're on the air with Kermit.
Oh, but that's a good. That's a giant. That's a large.
It's a big coffee.
thermos
Okay.
one.
All
Okay.
right, what else you got?
This is great.
This is so good. This is so good.
Oh, I got the black carry lid. I'm happy with that.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Yep. Did you get a hat?
oh, I like this. I got the giant one
Oh, she got a.
in a beautiful like pastel pink.
Pink.
Can I just say this is very reminiscent of Christmas Day with your family,
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
having to put. Okay, go for it.
Okay, you
Oh,
ready?
I hate the green.
Okay, here we go.
I wanted the chrome.
Go
Chrome. Chrome. Chrome.
Don't. If you get the
Come
chrome,
on.
I'll
You're
be
gonna get
devastated.
chrome for sure.
If you get the chrome, I'll be
Come
devastated.
on. Clinty's opening his.
Oh, he's got blue.
Oh, that's quite nice.
We got a his and hers.
Do
You
we
got-
like that?
You got the giant baby blue.
You so sound like Christmas Day. Oh,
Jesus.
that's really nice. I like that.
How
colour.
much fits in this giant water tank?
9 litres, I
I'm
believe.
excited about
That
that.
doesn't go with anything.
I love the army green.
That's the top for it.
Oh, I
Doesn't
hope
match,
if you get
yeah.
an army green on the bottom.
Oh, they must have a run out on green. That's sort of like a yellowy green. That's not bad. That's not bad. Jase is getting nervous.
Not
okay,
bad.
last review.
Did you get a thermos cup? What colour?
Yeah, you got a thermos cup.
Oh, no.
Okay. All right, guys. Oh,
Oh,
quite
that's
nice.
chic.
That's a great. I'm happy with my
Matte
collection.
That's
grey.
boring
That's
grey.
chic. Yeah, it's Clint.
All
Look
right.
at him. He's tonal. He's in all neutrals today.
Come on, Jase. Did I win
Come on. Oh, no.
Did you get a hat? Did you get the salad bowl? You didn't want this.
I got a big boy green.
There's a crazy run out sale on green big boys.
A green lid.
Hey,
Have we got everything green?
matchy.
The only thing we
Oh, no.
the only thing we
What
didn't
else
want
you
was
got?
green.
Come
Did you
on,
get the
come
salad
on,
bowl?
I got a coffee cup,
What colour? Green.
buttermilk.
Yellow.
He's so mad.
Oh, yours is quite nice. I don't mind yours.
And the last one,
Chrome.
see.
Chrome.
I wanted the nude.
grey.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, you've done pretty well.
I like the grey. You want to? Okay, guys, trading party. Anyone want to swap?
I wanted the reflective one.
I'm pretty happy.
He wanted chrome.
I'm happy.
Oh, you
Did you check
annoying.
for $50,000?
I'm really happy with my big one.
Should we order more? Let's do another round tomorrow. We'll order more.
Get more lucky boxes.
Boxes. More lucky boxes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What's
Got a lot-
wrong?
I've got a lot of anxiety.
Why?
Might be going to an auction this weekend. I've been getting advice from you on real estate. I'm terrible with it.
Yeah, no, I'm not giving you advice on how to buy or where to buy. I'm just giving you advice on what looks pretty.
Lou and I are fighting over who should go.
Who should bid?
Well, Lou
Yeah.
had a
What? What?
sure if that was a private conversation.
Oh, no. Tell Clint what you overheard yesterday.
So they've finally fallen in love. Well, not fallen in love. They've
Don't
found
say
a
that.
house
The
they
real
really
estate
like.
agent
I
will be
know.
listening.
Yeah, but there's many houses.
Oh, yeah. And this one's got so
I know
many
you're
flaws.
looking at quite a few.
So
Yeah,
many
so many
flaws.
problems.
So many flaws, like as in floors or
Yes.
flaws?
No.
It's multi-story.
Problems or flaws?
Problems.
Issues.
Four
Anyway.
stories?
I'm trying to be negative in case the real estate agent.
They're looking at many houses, and Jase was like, "Well, what about this? I think I like it." And Lou called, and he goes, "Did you hear what he just said?" And I said, "No." And he put it on speaker, and he goes, "What was that?" And Lou goes, "I don't think we should buy it because what if you die?" She goes, "What if you die?"
Well, what if she's got a point?
I
What
said,
if
no,
die?
You know what I said?
Do you know what Lauren said?
Then you get the house and you can get a new husband. Woo! That's fun. Woo! Can I get a woo?
So Lou
You
is
get a new hot husband and live in the nice house.
Lou's up for it.
Everyone's a winner.
You are on the air with Jason, Lauren, Clint here as well. You're listening to Nova 100.
Hide and seek. Hide and seek.
Nova's $250,000 hide and seek. The search for Jason DeLauren starts soon, Melbourne.
That's right. Very soon we are going to embark on Melbourne's biggest game of hide and seek.
And don't worry, you'll know when to start looking.
Yeah, not
You
yet.
will know.
Not yet. But when we start, we will take the show. Lauren and I are going to live together. We've got a bit of a production team. We broadcast from this location. Food, drink, everything we take in with us.
Now,
Everything.
to all the people that are asking me, am I going in? I'm not. And the reason why is because Tony Jones from Channel 9 has decided to take annual leave. So I have to read the news.
Plus, you have weekend today.
I have weekend today.
We're not in there on the weekend.
So
If we make a weekend, that'd be incredible. Who knows how long
Incredible
we'll be in
for
there?
who?
Who knows how long we'll be in there? $250,000 is on our head. The faster you find us, the more money you win. So we're going to be giving out a lot of clues on Nova. Watch our socials as well. But yeah, first person to find whereabouts we are. We will not be in a school. We will not be in a hospital. And we will not be in a house.
No, we will not.
Because a lot of people think, oh, you're just going to rent an Airbnb. No.
No. Don't go knocking on people's front doors.
Tell you what, I was driving home yesterday and I was just having a look around. Like I was going along Beach Road yesterday and
scoping.
I was just having a look around like there's the yacht club down there.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, that's a pretty cool spot.
I wouldn't mind camping at the Brighton Yacht Club. That'd be nice.
Wouldn't it?
Bistro open.
Send some
I'm sure
hot
we can
chippies
ask.
upstairs,
I'm sure we can ask.
please.
Okay, how did you find us? I followed the scent of hot chips.
That'll do it.
I'm more nervous about living with you
Can I just say,
because you can't sit still and you don't stop
Oh,
talking.
he's such a pest.
I'm very clean though. You have to give me that.
Yeah, well,
Like we've gone on a work trip before.
yeah, you
and
are very neat.
Remember Alice, our old executive producer, Greg? She would make toast, and she's like my wife. She would leave the knife and the butter out.
Oh,
on the
yeah,
bench.
you didn't like that.
And she walked away, and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
Does the knife have butter on it still?
Yeah,
The
but-
remnants of the butter?
Yeah, yes,
Oh, no.
and the butter's on the bench. I said, like, "What are you doing? You put that back in the fridge, and then go and enjoy your toast."
Mm-hmm.
And her response was what my wife says. But
But I
I'm like,
might want some more.
"Yeah,
And then I need a clean knife.
might want some
that's
more."
chicks, though. That's
Oh.
that's some girl
What
math
about the
right
people
there.
that don't wipe the excess butter off the knife before they dip it in the Vegemite?
That's a no from me.
And you get the butter in the
That's
veg.
serial killer stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Ugh.
I don't understand.
You know what Jase hates? His wife cracks eggs on the pan when she makes
Oh,
them.
yeah, I do that.
And
I
it
do
runs
that.
down the side
No,
and he can't
that's-
handle it. Look at him. He's already
That's
stressed.
fine.
I don't do that.
I use a shot glass. So I crack an egg into a shot glass.
That's a
near
small hole.
near the sink. You'd be surprised what I can get in near the sink, and then I walk over with the shot glass and pour it into the pan.
How do you mix it?
Oh, if I'm making eggs, then I'll do a bowl. Like scrambled eggs,
I
I'll
thought
do
you
a
were
bowl.
scrambling them.
No,
in
no,
a-
I'm frying them.
I could see you just putting it in a cocktail shaker, 3 eggs, pour
Down
it
the hatch.
straight out.
Because otherwise you crack it on the pan, the egg goes down the side of the pan. Now all of a sudden you're wiping the whole hot plate.
This is so interesting.
quite particular.
I'm
You're
so
gonna-
glad I'm not living with you two.
Living with Jase is a punish, isn't it? Your poor wife and children.
Do you know what she did yesterday? Oh, this did it for
I
me.
actually think you would be the worst
Housemate.
housemate I could
No, I'm
possibly
great.
imagine.
Everything's clean. Because the other night,
Yeah, but you can't. It's also other people's homes, and they get to live in it the way they want. You can't just tell everyone what to do all the time because that's what you do in here, and we have to remind you it's not just the Jase show.
I am a great housemate. I'm an excellent housemate.
Did you ever live with housemates?
Yes.
How many?
I only had the one, Oh, no, 2. We had 2.
Two
Yeah,
housemates. Clint, you've had a couple in your time.
I've had an array. And my house more recently has doubled as a women's shelter.
Oh, yes. I was in the women's shelter for some time.
Question.
I had to move in.
What was the
years ago.
ruling on bringing someone home? Don't worry.
There wasn't a
I won't
ruling.
be doing that during hide and seek.
There wasn't a ruling.
Right.
You
So,
can do what you want.
I was allowed to bring anyone home I wanted.
really?
I
How often
I
did you
never did.
push that rule?
No,
I never did. I was in bed with Pep,
Right.
the dog. I was in not in a good
She was
Oh,
in
way.
you're
bad
coming off a
way.
breakup.
I
Right,
was
okay.
considering turning at that point. To be honest, there were no boys coming.
There's a lot
home.
of Thai takeaway and
Yeah, right.
hot water bottles.
That would have been interesting.
Ice cream on the couch straight out of the tub.
What's your name? Tina. I don't know who you're here for. Clint or Lauren?
Yeah, no, I was a man hater at that point.
Hey,
Right,
rebound's a rebound.
Hey, 13, 24, 10.
Oh God.
Can we find the worst housemate in Melbourne?
Oh, what? Dobbing your housemate?
Like if you've lived with a shocking one. I've told you guys this before. I lived with a guy
always
called
had
Lowy.
Great
And he used to-
housemates.
Yep, and he used to cut his hair, right? And then he'd let the hair fall down in the bathroom. Like he'd cut his own hair looking in the mirror, and he'd let the hair fall
In
on
the
the
mirror.
floor.
In the mirror.
And then he would just go to work, and I would walk in for a
And there's
shower, and there's hair on the ground. So if I had a
dregs.
shower, I'd
It's
get
on your
out,
feet.
and it'd stick to my
No.
feet. I look like a Wookiee.
Nah, that's
that's
gross.
not on.
No.
Come on, Lowy.
13, 24, 10. Let's find Melbourne's worst housemate. What are your housemates doing that's grossing you out?
I got free
Or
stuff in
maybe they're
return.
just having wild parties every night.
What can we give you? I'll give you a motorhome so you can move out.
My housemate's pretty average.
That's your partner?
Yeah.
He's not
Or
a housemate.
fiance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's a
loves,
housemate for life.
loves throwing a midweek house party, Sunday house party.
yeah.
Oh, I
Having
love
people
it.
over on a Sunday
I've been
when
there
I've got to
before.
go to bed. Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I wasn't the best housemate. I had a friend of mine that used to do breakfast hours, and I would come home after doing the night show, and I would wake her up and go, "Wake up!
No, that's
We're all
annoying.
going
You're
out."
annoying.
Although I think Paul might think I'm a terrible housemate because at 4 o'clock this morning I had the hairdryer going. I thought,
13,
oh, no.
24, 10. I got $200 DoorDash vouchers up for grabs.
Jace would be annoying because he's like one of those. Can you imagine come TV time, Lauren? He'd be like, "Okay, guys, what are we watching? What are we, Bachelor? We go watch a Bachelor? Block? We're watching a block? NCIS. Let's watch NCIS." You'd be like that, wouldn't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, and then what happens is if we're watching NCIS
I don't
and
like
it hits
this.
an ad break.
I don't like this. Let's
Should we
change
flick to
it.
the block? Let's go to the block. A lot of coin. Very soon, we're going to be playing Melbourne's biggest game of hide and seek. We'll be hidden somewhere in Melbourne. First person to find us, knocks on the door, wins the money. Quicker you find us, more you win. Now, we are going to, but when we finally start this game, we're going to fully relocate, right? We're going to take the show, food, vino or two, and go to this hiding spot, right? And we are going to stay living there in that spot until we are found. So 13 24 10 is our number. We are asking for Melbourne's worst housemate. I know Lowen has some concerns about
I
living
know.
with me.
Living with you is like horrifying to me.
Actually, I was living with a girl called Gemma once, and she brought a bloke home.
Oh, yeah.
And
I lived with a Gemma too.
I've come home and I could hear some noise coming from her room, and so I was trying to get in
You
there.
just have to turn a blind. You're trying to get in there.
Yeah,
What, like an open door policy?
Yeah, it was like no, we wanted to
Throw
get
keys in a
we
bowl.
wanted to get in and meet the guy. It was like it was me, another male housemate.
Well, they
and
were in there.
Yeah,
having fun.
Oh, I don't know
Don't
if they're having
interrupt.
fun. We're trying to bang down the door, going, "Come on, we want to meet him. We want to meet him."
Oh no, you can't be doing that. I
And
don't think she's the terrible housemate. I think that you're the problem.
Apparently, she was like, "I'm so sorry about my housemates." Saying to
that's
this bloke, going,
embarrassing.
"Where do you meet them?"
Oh, you can't be doing that.
Really?
No, I lived with a couple, Gemma and Dale.
We know how that starts and ends.
No, I'm not like you. We didn't throw our keys in a bowl at our house.
Right, gotcha.
Yeah.
But the best was when they'd have blow ups.
Oh,
And they'd be like, who's right? And I'd be in the middle.
yeah.
And I'd be like, oh.
I lived with a couple as they were planning their wedding.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's go to Jesse. Jesse, your friend lived with someone quite horrific. What do you got?
Yeah, we were actually speaking about this the other day and having a laugh because he's lived with like 12 housemates. And I go, oh, surely there's some stories. Who's the worst?
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, I came home one day and there's just always forks and knives missing. And I go, what's going on with the cutlery situation? And he goes, oh, I don't. And he goes, like, where's the in the dishwasher? There's nothing there. And he goes, oh, I've just been throwing them out.
What do you mean?
Like disposable.
Instead of washing them, he
just throws them out.
Good on him.
Oh, what's wrong with people?
I know. I
like
lived with a
Jessie.
girl that didn't wash. She'd throw her clothes out.
How much money did she have?
And no, like it was cheap clothes, and she just kept like throwing them out. I'm like,
That's
just
ridiculous.
what's,
That's not
what's
Put it
wrong
in the
with
washing machine.
you? I
love.
know.
That's ridiculous. Maddie from Brookfield, good morning. Are you the worst housemate in Melbourne or did you have one?
I had one.
What happened? What did they do?
We lived in a 2-bedroom unit. She already had 2 cats. I
Oh.
got home from work one day and there was 3 full-grown Great Danes in the house.
Oh, it's like a zoo.
It's like Harry's practice.
Jesus.
Did she just like rescuing animals or?
Her friend was giving them away, couldn't have them anymore, so she took the son to take them. And, there was just no room in the unit anymore.
I don't have a problem with the 3 Great Danes in the 2-bedroom flat, but the 2 cats would do me in.
Yeah, I don't like cats.
That's a 2-bedroom flat. You can't be having more
No.
than one animal in
No,
that.
not
3
at all.
Great Danes.
No.
Let's go to officer.
I would do something like that.
Jess, good morning. Worst housemate. Is it you or someone you know?
Not someone I knew very well, but yes, I used to live in a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment in Toorak.
Yep.
Myself, a male housemate and a female, and the female used to leave on multiple occasions her dirty used tampon in the shower.
Oh, that you should go to jail for
I'm
that.
sorry, what?
I
No,
reckon.
you should go to prison for that.
I agree.
That ain't it, sister.
That is
And I'm a chick saying that.
repulsive.
How do you two feel about that?
Well, remember I was house sitting someone's house.
No.
Do you know about this?
Yeah.
I was house sitting someone's house and I had to go over and feed their cat. And I thought their cat had caught a mouse.
Because it had a tail hanging out its mouth.
And I was like trying to pry the mouse out of the cat's mouth. And I realised
Oh.
The cat had gone through the bin.
that ain't a mouse.
I remember you calling me at the time and you were like, I don't know what to do.
Was the
I was like, what do you want me to do? I don't even know this, Larry.
Was the cat's name Libra or Fleur?
Fleur. Good luck to the Blue Baggers tonight.
Up the mighty Blues.
Would you say this is their statement game?
Well, it's a very important game.
Yeah, but if like you were saying before, they've never ever beaten
It's
Adelaide.
quite tight in the top 8 at the moment.
Yeah, it really
So,
is.
I mean, for instance, Melbourne dropped out of the 8 briefly last week, and then by the end of the round, they were back into 4th.
Poor
Like, it's-
Felix, my 10-year-old, because you know how the Pies got a draw last week, but it was
Yes,
Friday
they
night.
love a draw, don't
I know.
they?
It was Friday night football, so obviously the points go on the ladder.
Yeah.
He's checked it. He's like, Dad, we're at the top. We're pretty much like, we're only a few down. I'm like, I know, but the rest of the team still have to
Haven't
play this
played.
weekend.
Oh.
But screenshot it. It's going to look
Yeah.
great. Hey, coming up on the show this hour, guys, we're going to be talking about getting back with your ex after 7:30
Does
this
it work?
morning. Yes, I think it can.
There you go.
100%. I shouldn't say I think it can. I'm married to mine. Yes, it can.
Oh, yeah, you guys split up?
Yeah. My,
Look at you now.
I know, the quarter life
Flourishing.
crisis. We'll go there after 7:30 this morning. Something from our... We have good days and bad. Something from our...
Everyone does.
Something
Oh,
from our...
that's so sugar-coated.
You know what? I don't need this today. You two have had an absolute...
I'm in such a good mood today. And Clint, that just absolutely sent me.
Do you know why these two are in a good mood? Because yesterday...
Oh, my God. Jace went to the doctor. Jace went to the doctor and he'd WebMD'd himself. He'd self-diagnosed.
I could have been dying.
Well, you told
thought
us
you
for
were.
weeks that you were.
And the doctor gave me some results when I rang and told you two.
We laughed in your face. We're such good friends.
I will share the results
We're
with
very sympathetic.
I'll share the results with Melbourne next.
Okay, let me set the scene. So, for Clint,
Don't. Can you
Clint,
not?
would you say months?
Oh, for as long as I've known him.
Yeah, he's had a problem with his face. Well, so with the left side,
Tooth,
left
not a
side.
face.
Well, no, it was your whole face. You'd come in
Yeah,
and go,
it was
"Is
half-
my face swollen?"
It was half your face.
So it started with what we thought was a toothache.
A rotten tooth.
He was like a bear with a sore tooth. Then he's got the tooth removed,
Yep.
and it stayed sore.
They yanked it out.
Okay.
So the saga has continued to the point that for literally, I would say, at least 6 weeks, I've been saying, book in and get the MRI and see what's
MRI.
going on. Because
Have you got the MRI?
Because in your head, you were like, someone told you that they might have pierced your sinus.
Yeah.
And you have been in your head, you didn't need an MRI because you knew that's what happened because one person said maybe they've pierced your sinus. So
I
you
could
went and
feel
got the MRI.
I was chewing, this isn't good, but I was chewing 4 Nurofen at a time to take away the pain.
No,
Like, that's not healthy.
I feel for you.
I was throwing it back
Maybe
like Tic Tacs.
So then we forced you to go and get the MRI that the doctor had suggested, but you were just too busy. Too busy. Can't get my MRI. So he finally got the MRI and then he came to work and said, Lauren.
Oh, this is the MRI.
Look
So
at
bring
the,
up the scans.
Look at the MRI. Can't you see
Hawkins Jason. CT facial bone sinuses without contrast.
So
Okay.
B1 and B2, Jase and I sat there the other day diagnosing what that meant.
Okay.
And he was convinced that it didn't look good.
See, there's a green arrow pointing to the lower left cheek area.
But it's supposed to be there, probably.
Hang on.
That hole.
That little gap was from where they removed the tooth. The tooth root was so deep.
But
So
we don't know.
went
That's
up
what
into
that's
your
what you
sinus
thought.
cavity.
No, so look, there's the tooth.
Yes.
On the other
Gotcha.
side.
Oh my God, guys, he's got a pointer like we're in science class.
And that there is the
Okay.
tooth that's been removed. So there was a little gap.
Is that hole actually supposed to be there?
No.
What's that
it's
thing
not.
in the middle, the big bulbous thing?
Hang on, we're
Well,
getting
so
to
then
that.
he's like, and look at this. Look at that. My face is different on different sides. My sinus has been pierced.
So, would you like the doctor's diagnosis?
So he actually went to
Yes,
his
I would.
15-minute doctor's appointment that he couldn't possibly find the time to attend for the last 6 months.
What's the diagnosis?
So the gap from the tooth has started to heal.
That's great news. That's
therefore,
a positive.
Therefore, bringing the swelling down.
Which is
However-
generally what happens when you have a tooth removed.
The doctor was quite surprised from the CT scan that I have a bent nose with what he refers to as fatty cartilage.
He's got a
You
fat,
got a fat nose.
fat bent nose.
So is that the bulbous thing that I was referring to? That's your nose.
As you can see, the
Where's
bump.
the fatty
Can
cartilage?
you see the bump in my
Oh,
nose?
it's bent.
That's the bump there.
He's got
So
a fat bent nose and he needs a nose job, didn't they say?
He said we could be looking at surgery.
It looks like the Great Ocean
Can we
Road.
design your new nose?
I
I'm
might have
thinking
to get a
Michael
nose
Jackson.
job.
I'm thinking Michael Jackson style.
If you get a nose job and come in,
With two black eyes.
I
With two
that-
black eyes.
that'll do
And
me.
a bandage around
That'll
his
do me.
face. Like a real housewife of Beverly Hills. But so is it just cosmetic, the nose job? Or is it because so
he's-
far we've got no explanation as to why you've been whinging about a sore face the whole time.
Well, he
because
said-
they said you were born like this.
He was born this way.
He was born with a fat bent nose. Sing it, Lady Gaga.
He said that is a
You got Baby I Was Born This Way
He
on there.
said that
Come
is
on.
a lot of fatty cartilage.
How have
So-
you
So it
got?
is
How have you
cosmetic.
got fat in your nose?
While you're there, you might
He's
want
going to
get
get
a bit.
lipo up his snorkel.
So
No,
you're-
so listen, okay? The first option is steroids, okay? to
What
break
do you
down
mean? Like, as in
to-
gym steroids?
to break down the fatty cartilage.
Oh.
However, the doctor looked at me and he goes, I don't know if we're going to be able to get them up your nose.
Oh, you have to put the steroids. You have to put the steroids up your nose.
What?
How do
Like
you
a
get them up
cream?
there?
Like a steroid spray, but he said your cartilage is so fatty, we're not sure it's going to take
Fat
steroids.
cartilage.
Can you breathe?
No, this is the problem. I'm snoring.
But you're 42. How have you only realised this now?
I haven't slept very well my whole life.
I have been. He was born like this with a fat bent nose.
So-
but I've been trying to get him, especially as we go into hide and seek. I wanted to get him to do that thing people are doing on Instagram where you tape your mouth shut.
I won't. I'll die.
You'll die.
I'll die.
Yeah.
Oh, don't do that.
No, that's why if I get kidnapped or, God forbid, introduce a gag, I'm cooked. I'll be dead.
You need to sleep with a snorkel.
Yes.
You'd be good at snorkeling.
Well, you're in good company.
So, guys, I think I'm getting a nose job.
Well,
We're designing it.
so
I'm going to Dr. Beverly 90210.
you're in good company.
Yep.
Jennifer Aniston's had one.
There you go.
She's got
Anne
a gorgeous
Hathaway's had one.
A
Yep.
fatty nose or a nose job?
Cameron Diaz has had a
There you
nose
go.
job.
Nose
Nose
jobs,
job.
yeah.
Michael Jackson did a good one.
Michael Jackson just flipped up like a convertible.
That's what
it's
you're-
like the roof's open on the freeway. And it's
That's
stuck
what
up.
I think you should ask for. Could I have a wacko jacko?
Thanks
Flaps
for,
up.
thanks for being supportive, guys.
So there's nothing actually wrong with you. You just
Have a fatty nose.
Clint, did you have any favourite magazines or papers you used to read? I loved reading Dolly and Girlfriend. And don't talk about Playboy or something.
Remember, I used to
seedy.
write the Dolly Doctor question.
Yeah, that freak. I loved Dolly. And I really took Dolly Doctor as golden. I didn't. Now that I think about you in your bedroom writing the questions.
Well, it was for the radio Dolly Doctor.
Oh, you didn't write the magazine one?
No.
No, that was a real Dolly Doctor.
No, we used to use the exact Dolly Doctor on the radio, but I would have to fudge
you'd
the
write-
questions.
As a teenage girl.
Yeah.
Why didn't they get a teenage... anyway.
Yeah. You know what? In hindsight,
Radio
that's a great
stations
question.
are a bit weird, aren't
Yeah,
they?
they really
In
were.
answer to your question.
Did you love, like...
Yeah, I used to love Inside Sport.
Oh.
You know, those sort of
you
things. Yeah. Inside Football.
Imagine
Couldn't
that.
get access to those ones in the plastic.
Every other teenage boy they're finding, like, Playboy and Penthouse. In Clint's room, it's like Sports Illustrated.
I had all of them. I loved Dolly, loved Girlfriend. Then when I grew up, it was like Cleo and then Grazia.
Yeah.
Anyway, they've all kind of gone out the window, haven't they?
Yeah.
One of my favourites, I used to get it on the train every day when I was at uni, was a newspaper that you might remember. Also, do you remember this song?
Peter Kern. Every day.
Yeah, I love that song. Anyway, the newspaper was MX.
Yes, Melbourne Express.
Melbourne Express. And it was handed out. You wouldn't have got this, right, Jase?
No.
No. It was handed out at train stations. There was a morning version and an afternoon
It
version.
was free.
It was free.
Everyone who
Now
walked
you're
past
talking
that,
my language.
There was like
Yeah.
60,000 a day went out, I think.
Yeah, I think it was published by News Limited, and it was a look. It was probably
It was a
article
light-hearted
poor.
rag,
It was
they
probably
called it.
article poor. It was more picture friendly.
Gotcha.
It had photos, it had street style, it had for what it's worth.
Celebrity.
Anyway, it is coming back. It went out the window in 2015. They blamed smartphones. We're all getting our news there. Boo. Bring back MX. It's coming back for a couple of days, 60,000 of them today and tomorrow from 3 till 7 p.m. if you're at a train station in the city,
Doing
make
the
sure you grab
commute.
one. But there were segments like, what have you overheard?
Oh,
Do you remember that?
overheard on the rails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people would send in like what gossip things they'd heard people talking about.
Right.
It was great.
So Cynthia would be sitting there and
At the coffee club?
well, no,
should-
on the train.
Oh,
so
it has to be on the train?
They were handed out at the train
Gotcha,
station.
gotcha.
So it's
So
overheard
every
on the
person-
rails. Like,
and-
what did you hear in the carriage, on the
Gotcha.
tram, on the train, on the bus? And it produced some gold.
It sure did. It was the best. It was like a little gossip section.
Lauren's cheating on her partner with Gary and they're going to break up. Like that sort of stuff.
Well, there was also
Sort of.
like to the guy wearing the Deuce
Yeah.
Machina hat
That
on the
catches the Glen Waverley line.
737 who jumped aboard at 3:50 p.m. I want your digits.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And so you'd look around and be like, oh my God, is that person on this train
Yeah.
today?
Oh.
Yeah. Or you'd read it and you'd think, is that about me?
Yeah.
Is that like the girl who wears black pants and a denim jacket? You'd be like,
Oh, was that
oh my
specific?
God,
Yeah.
it could be me. But it was,
Yeah.
but it was so like
To the blonde who
generic.
swept me off my feet as
Yeah.
we were riding the rails from
Yeah.
Glen Waverley
Ooh
to
la
Flinders
la.
Street.
Love on the train, honey. It was
Would
it
you-
was a bit gossip girl.
Yeah.
Would you jump
A
on
bit
and read
Bridgerton.
it in the hope?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah,
Lauren's
yeah.
right. You'd be like, oh, I fit that description.
I mean,
Might
I
be
got
me.
kicked out of uni. The only reason I kept going was so I could get on the train and read MX.
Melbourne frothed it.
We loved it. And everyone, you would look around the carriage, everyone was reading it.
Grade him then. Our producer, Jiz. You've got something for the overheard section.
Yeah, I caught a glimpse of something on the tram recently, and it was just someone saying, and I didn't want to see anyone from the office while I was wearing nipple tassels.
That's a great overheard on the tram.
Oh, my
Well
God.
done.
Like burlesque nipple tattle.
Yeah, maybe she was a burlesque dancer on the weekends.
Wow.
Yeah, I loved it.
So
MX,
it's back
bring
for
it back.
how long?
Oh, today and tomorrow, 3 p.m. till 7 p.m. today. There's only 60,000 copies, so you want to get in early. It is Southern Cross, Flinders Street, Melbourne Central.
Can we do our own?
Can we go get one, someone?
Well, I was
We're gonna
hang
start-
on. It'll be very different than how you used to get one and get on the train. Now you pull up in your Tesla, walk over, get the mag, and get back in
I
your car.
absolutely
and
won't be
drive up.
going, but we have many producers out there who might like to pop down to Flinders Street because I'd like to talk about it tomorrow morning. I'd like to read it this
All right,
afternoon.
we'll get a copy of the MX. We are off to the Glass House to host a charity function for the Sony Foundation today.
We are.
Bring
Clint
the
and
dolly.
I popped out yesterday actually to the UCAN Centre, which is the Youth Cancer Centre at Peter MacCallum Hospital Cancer Centre in Melbourne, in the city here, and got to hang out with some of the some of the patients in there. It was fun, wasn't it?
It was fun. And
Really
a
nice
lot of them are doing it
people. Nice.
tough.
It's a reality check, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. But it's just they had a nice break yesterday afternoon. Some tunes, some
Yeah, it
good
was
company,
great.
some pizza.
Shout out to those guys if they're listening this
We'll be catching up with some of them today as well. Hey, guys, remember Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen?
Oh, yes.
How old do you reckon they are now?
102.
35.
37.
Oh,
Really?
Same
that's a
age
good
as me.
guess.
Remember they used
Which
to
is weird
swap them
because I
out?
loved Full House, and I remember looking at them thinking they were little babies.
But they would swap them out on Full House.
Yeah,
so it was two
they'll-
kids that played one role. Because of child actor rules,
Yeah.
they can only do like
Well,
4
so
hours.
they were never in the same room at the same time.
No,
they
they
weren't.
played the one
Unless they
character.
were in the silly little double stroller.
Yeah. But then they did all those other fun movies as well. Anyway, now they're like billionaires because they've got their fashion label, which is
That's
called
right.
The Row. I went in there recently when I was in Los Angeles and they looked at me like, what?
What, they're working behind the counter?
No, not them. Sorry.
She doing stock take.
No, she wasn't doing something.
Mary Kate or
Can
Ashley?
I help you?
Security were like, you are not cool enough to be in here, love. Nor can you afford to shop in here if you could see yourself.
Did you
out.
look like you're picking up your daughter? Was it just more of a young target?
No. Oh, no. Their handbags like $15,000. Start at like $15,000.
Jesus.
The Row is like the ultimate luxury brand.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, it's called quiet luxury, you know, like where there's no branding. on it.
Gotcha.
It's just
Understated
beautiful. It is
luxury.
beautiful, but they were absolutely right. I didn't
I
belong
say
in
the
there.
same about my AS colour shirts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, very
Understated
different.
luxury.
Yeah.
It is. Quiet luxury, it's called. Anyway, Mary Kate Olsen is back in the headlines because she's been spotted with her ex, which has started a lot of conversations about whether or not it works to get back together with your ex after a long hiatus. Many people are in the headlines, like Bennifer at the moment, Ben and Jen. They obviously dated many, many moons ago. Were they married in the first place? Broke up, went their own ways, had kids.
Hollywood
and now they're,
wedding.
Now they're remarried.
I think a big element is how the relationship ended in the first place.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so we refer to it affectionately as my quarter life crisis. Lou and I got together. I would have been 22. She was 21. She was having that party era after school where I pretty much finished school and got straight into work experience working in radio.
Oh,
and
so sensible. Screams boring. Don't blame her for dumping you.
Wow, we haven't even got to that bit yet.
At 20.
And then we started dating, got together, moved to Brisbane together, bought a house together, had a dog and everything.
Oh, I didn't know. I knew about the house. I didn't know you had a dog.
Yeah, and then about 24, 25, I was ready to have that gap year. Whoa, let's party and
So
stuff.
you're a late bloomer for the partying.
And she was ready to settle down. So no one,
Jeez.
there wasn't cheating or affairs or anything, but we just sort of, all of a sudden, we're on
Went
two
out
different
different
tangents in life.
but we
So
have a dog. Who got the dog?
She got the dog.
Of course she got the dog. You
Had
couldn't
to
be
pay her out
trusted
of the
with a dog.
house. She moved back to Sydney. It was like the full
So
breakup.
did you both start seeing other people straight away?
Not straight away.
Okay.
Not
But
straight away.
when you did, when you saw
Who
Lou
went
with
first?
somebody else,
Who had
did
a
it
new
sting?
partner first?
Well, here's the thing. I could never commit to an actual relationship with someone else because
Really?
I think in the back of my mind, I was always like, if Lou was to find out I was in a relationship, I knew that would crush her. So
Well,
obviously,
no, she dumped you.
Did it sting you though, seeing
That
her with other
look,
blokes?
it looks good, kill.
I just killed you 3 times over.
But shouldn't she dump you?
Well, it was amicable.
Was it?
No, it
was
wa-
amicable.
It was me that actually called it, which I feel really
guys,
bad about.
You guys broke up and then you thought you couldn't be with anybody else.
Like I just went out and had my partying and all that sort of stuff, and then like I would meet girls who I got along with, and they'd be like, "Oh, well, you know, can we let's date?" And I was like, in the back of my mind, I just never want
Lou.
this girl finding out Lou finding out that I've.
Did Lou do the same? Did she stay home and not meet anyone else?
No, she went out and met people. Well, that was the thing. When we actually decided to get back together, we sat down and said, let's have a conversation about everyone we have been with
So there's no
on the
surprises.
break. Exactly. Because what we didn't want is back together and in 2 months' time you find out someone from like your outer group was involved.
But also, there's nothing worse than like feeling like everyone else knows about it and you're the last one
Exactly
to find
right.
out.
Exactly. So,
So
we were
were
like,
you honest?
Yep. We had an honest
Completely honest?
Yep. We had
Did
an honest
she,
conversation and we were like, at least there's, no shocks and surprises, and gave it another go.
Did she go out with any hotties?
She
Yeah,
would've.
she dated a guy I owned a gym.
Oh, were you
And?
jealous?
He was a good-looking rooster.
Was he?
Yeah.
Have you seen him before? Have you seen him
Well,
again?
in fact, I was on a boy.
Man, if she could see you right now, he's sitting behind the microphone in a Nova 100 T-shirt because he decided the T-shirt he wore in here this morning was too tight and he felt restricted. So, I mean, I can't imagine why Lou
you
would have
said
broken
it
up
looked
with
like
you
a crop top.
to date a gym junkie.
He owned a gym. I was like, he is one big
Compare
lad.
the pair.
And he was a hottie, was he?
Yeah, he was a good-looking rooster.
Were you jealous?
A little bit, yeah. But you know
I
what?
think a bit of jealousy is good, like a little bit.
We
If
put
you
that
don't
behind us.
care, you don't care.
Exactly
You know what
right.
I mean? Like
Exactly.
a little bit of. Oh,
But for
hang
us,
on a
that was
second.
our big thing. We had to sit down and have the honest conversation about who we've been with, so there's no surprises. And it worked for us.
And now you're happily married, flourishing. Clint said before.
13 24 10 is our number. I'm sure I'm not alone. I think other people would have got back with exes.
Not me. Not me.
Door's not still open.
Although I had a
It's a no
boyfriend.
refund policy.
Yeah. I did have a boyfriend I was with for a long time. We split up and then we got back together, and that was like a really fun stage.
Well, it's like you obviously had something there to begin
Yeah.
with. But I really do think
I
it
think
depends.
you're right. If you really
how-
hurt someone,
Yeah,
and
how
that's
it
why you
ended.
separate, it's different.
Exactly. 13 24 10. Did you go back to an ex? How long was the gap? Are you still together? Maybe it didn't work.
I've got a friend who they dated in high school and like their early uni years, split up, both got married, had kids, and now they're
No.
in their 40s. Yeah, and they're back together and they are the best couple you could ever imagine.
Really?
Yep. They are like
Full Brady Bunch.
full Brady Bunch.
Wow. There you go. Can work 13 24 10 to join us on the air. And we're talking about getting back with your ex. Seems to have worked for Mary Kate Olsen.
Well, she's been spotted with the ex, the old hockey player, Sean Avery. Will it work out? Who knows?
You never know. Lou and I had a quarter-life crisis. We broke up for about 14 months, moved states, and got back together.
Yeah. And my friends, well, they broke up for like 20 years. They were like in their 20s. Now they're in their 40s. In fact, he's nearly 50. And they are so happy and the best couple of all time.
Tell you what, we're very lucky that neither of us had friends bag us out after we broke up.
Or take sides.
Oh, we've all done that.
Because you know what I mean?
Oh,
Like-
my God, I did it to a friend of ours. And remember? I bumped into her at Derby Day and I said, you look so great. And I said, remember this time last year you were with that flop of
that
a
drop
boyfriend,
kick, drop kick,
that
yeah.
drop kick.
Yep.
And I was like, and you look so happy
And
now.
what did she say, Lauren?
We're back together. I said I always liked him. I just said it because I was sticking
Just
up
back
for
together.
you. Oh, my God, it was so bad. In the middle of the dance floor at Derby Day, I was like, anyway, bye. Have a nice life together.
Kylie. Good morning, Kylie.
Good morning.
Back with an ex. How long was the break?
14 years.
And how long have you been back together?
We're now married with 2 kids. We've been back together for 12 years.
And how long
Wow.
were you together before the breakup?
So we went out when we were 14 years old
Oh.
for about a year. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, I love this. Did you stay friends during that 12-year or 14-year hiatus, or did you just not see each other and then you somehow reconnected?
We saw each other out sometimes, but not very often.
Yeah.
He
That's
laughed.
so good.
See, I actually think it's good you broke, like, I don't know, sometimes with childhood
Yeah, yeah,
sweethearts,
yeah,
I go,
I mean, 14s.
but if you start dating
But they're
at
going
14,
to the movies and stuff, probably cute.
but if you're still with your partner from when you met when you were 14, it's like,
Yeah. You
know.
haven't lived.
you've driven a Commodore your whole life. and,
Yes.
Oh, the
Well,
neighbours
then
have got a Falcon.
How
Wonder
very
what that's
dare
like.
you?
Or
Maybe
a
they've been
Hyundai.
driving
Could
a
be a
Ferrari
Hyundai.
their whole life.
I know, but there's always a Lamborghini down there. I mean, there's other cars. That's all I'm saying.
Other modes of transport.
Many people only have one lifelong partner, and that is not for me, but very sad.
That is not for me.
It's not for you either, it turns out.
Anna on 13 24 10.
It's a bit late.
Hi.
Hello. Your grandfather got back with his ex.
Yeah, so they were courting in his 20s in country Victoria, and they met my grandma, and then about 45 years later, my grandma passed away,
Oh,
and then about 5 years after that, they reconnected after her husband passed away, and they were together until my grandfather passed away last year.
Oh my gosh, they healed each other's broken hearts. That's so beautiful.
It is, and it was really lovely.
Oh, my phone's dropping out there. That is
You'd
is.
have to check no foul play with grandma.
What?
Like if he was still
Jason!
burning a torch for the
Well,
other.
Jason,
that's actually
go
a
and
good
wash
point.
your mouth out,
That's a
both
good-
of you.
No, that's a good point.
Guys, no,
If he was holding a flame,
he wasn't. He had his heart broken and they healed it. They mended each other's broken hearts. Don't talk like that. Don't think like that. Guys,
Now Doreen's
true
out of the
love
way.
stories
You just got to be
exist.
suspicious.
That's all. You
You
just got
don't
to check.
have to be suspicious.
Well-
Why go through life being suspicious about everything? Why not just enjoy people loving each other and having a nice life together? Jason,
I'm just saying, ask the question.
I mean,
no,
Gran's got
don't
needs
ask
as
the
well.
question.
What's
So,
that?
no, nothing.
What are you saying about Gran?
She had needs as well.
Oh my God, stop it, you two. Stop it.
Let's go to Jenny.
Sometimes I hate you two, and I know hate is a strong word, but I really mean it this morning.
Jenny, good morning.
Good morning.
You got back with an ex?
Jenny, tell them to pull their heads in, will you?
No, come
Tell
on,
them to
Jen.
mind their
Hey,
manners.
guys.
They need to mind their manners, don't they? Because,
Jenny, you think he topped off the grandmother too, didn't you?
well, Jenny's got back with an ex, and heaven help us if something happened to her ex in between.
Yeah, no, I went out with the boy next door. He just moved in, and he was quite lovely. And anyway, I went out with him for a year, and my dad didn't approve. So my dad gave him the warning. So he pulled me out in the car one day and said, "We have to break up, your dad."
Oh,
Respectful. I like that.
No. Yep.
Yeah. So then I dated a boy my parents approved of, and I ended that one. And
Was he
I went
boring?
over- yeah. Yes.
Yep.
Putting it mildly.
Yeah.
Anyway, I went overseas. While I was overseas, I started getting love letters from the ex. And he
Love
was telling me what he
letters.
missed and why he missed me. And when we got back, my second ex had pulled up in his driveway, was sussing him out. And then they decided they were going to compete for me when I got back.
They fought for your love.
Yes.
Who won?
The first one, of course.
Oh, the neighbour.
Yep. The fun boy.
Oh my God, they fought for her love. That's
letters?
very. We were talking about this the other day. Cryle Castle, where they what's it called? Where they go on the
Joust.
horses with
Oh,
the
fencing?
with the stick,
Fencing?
and that's how they fight for love
Or jousting?
in like the 1800s.
Yes.
What's wrong with you? What's
Nah,
wrong?
just my mind's still back on that other one.
The Gran?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'd get a payout too.
Stop it. It's not funny.
All right.
True love exists, guys.
She could
We
have
know, I know.
got a pool.
Here we go. Every day, 8 o'clock, give you a chance to win $5,000 for answering one simple question. Today, playing is 12-year-old Levi. We've got a kid in the house.
Morning, Levi.
Morning.
Are you on
Hey.
the way to school?
Yeah.
What grade are you in?
Year 7.
You excited about going to school today?
Sort of.
Hey,
the spirit.
Levi's a Pies fan.
Go Pies.
How's our chances at the grand final? What do you reckon? We're going to stay in the top
You
8?
reckon?
We probably need to win this game.
That's
Yeah.
that I agree with.
Few
That I agree
injuries,
with.
Levi.
Yeah, not looking great. Hey, Levi, what do you want to do? Take an easy question for $50, medium question for $500, or be a smarty pants and go for $5K?
I'll go for the $500 question.
Okay, $500 question for Levi. Let's do it. I'm going
$500.
to ask you a question. You're going to get a 3, 2, 1 countdown, Levi. You need to answer within that time. If you get it right, $500 is coming your way.
Can you get the day off school as well?
No, I can't promise that. That's a mum question. Levi, for $500, what fruit is used to make balsamic vinegar?
3, 2, 1.
Banana?
Oh, no, it's
You know what
not
I love?
banana. You
I
had
love
to
that he had a
go.
guess. I love he had a guess.
You had to go. It was, in fact, grapes. The grapes are pressed whole, including the
I got an
stems,
idea.
seed, and the juice, and they're left to ferment for up to 3 weeks.
Ask Mum about it. She'll be on the wines
I
explaining
love
it.
a balsamic vinegar.
Before we let him go,
$50.
can we chuck him a $50 question? Can't have him walk out of here with nothing. Do you want to do a $50 question, Levi?
Yeah.
All right, okay, for $50. Here we go. Imagine that on the tuck shop.
$50.
Start a bloody franchise.
What country are the pyramids located in?
Egypt?
2, 1.
You got it.
You got it, kid.
That's right.
Just wanted to wait for the countdown to finish.
$50, Levi.
$50, Levi.
I wanted to be sure
Thank
he was
you.
right.
I didn't say anything to Jase. I didn't give him a thumbs up because I thought you would agree that you knew that.
I do now.
And you just looked at me and didn't say it
All I
was
could
right.
think of is that giant pyramid on the strip in Vegas.
Oh,
No,
yeah, yeah.
no. Levi's 12. He has seen the real pyramids in Egypt.
Hey, Levi, $50. Congrats.
Thank you.
Well done, buddy. 5K question returns this
I love
time.
that you didn't know that. Are you
Well, you
kidding
think
me?
they're in South Melbourne?
Just
There was a pub that was like a
There was a Sphinx.
A Sphinx.
Was that in Geelong?
Was it? I think it was called the Sphinx Hotel.
I think it was
please,
too.
Please hold. I'm googling.
Or maybe it was at
The Sphincter?
No, not the Sphincter.
No, but would you say, hey, we're going down the Sphincter for a few?
No,
People
you'd
say
say I'm
that's a
going to
giant hole.
the Sphinx Hotel. Sphinx Motel. Look out. Where's that? Sphinx Hotel. Oh, this is not interesting listening.
In North Geelong.
Yeah,
Geelong.
CG Town.
That's what you'd say. What are you doing Friday night? I'm hitting up the Sphincter.
No, you wouldn't. Here it is. Look. The Sphinx Hotel.
Oh, my God. We must go.
I don't
Let's
know
have
if
a big
it's
night in
there.
Sphincter.
No, I'm not. We're not going near anyone's sphincter. Sphinx.
We
Got a
must
thirsty camel at the back of the sphincter too.
What?
I love it when you do a weather report because it's almost always wrong. The other day, you were like 1 o'clock. The sun will be out. It'll be sparkling. I sat at home. I looked out my window and I thought,
look out
not
there.
a speckle of sun.
Look out
There
there.
goes.
You know-
Tops are 12 today. I'm like, geez, that's chilly for this time of year.
No, it's
That was
currently.
that was the current temperature.
You should just.
It's very confusing.
It's not that hard, really.
A lot going on.
Hey guys, it was not around this time. It was a little later yesterday that we decided to ask parents to make some confessions about their children.
Yeah, we said, you love them, but what does your kid suck at?
He's terrible at soccer. I have a 26-year-old daughter, and she still sucks at catching a ball. She can't tell the time. She's 13 and just cannot do analog clocks, but digital, not much better.
Okay, so that's all fun and games. We often do it as kids are out of the car. Hey kids, if you're on the way to school, that's what your parents are doing once they drop you off. They're calling the confession hotline.
It's like when you go to bed at night. We party.
But right now, it is time to flip the switch, kids. It's your turn to have a whinge.
What does your parents suck at?
Great job, champ. Nice try.
So we thought, yes, to be fair to the kids of Melbourne.
Oh, this is payback.
Yeah.
Our phone number is 13 24 10. That's 13 24 10. We want kids who are in the car at the moment with
Kids
mum
of
and dad
any age.
on the way to work. Ring and tell us what does your parent suck at?
But you can be an adult as well, because I can confess that I used to do dancing and I was pretty crap at that too, to be honest. But when I was
What sort of dancing?
It wasn't good enough to do ballet. I did calisthenics. It was a lot of marching. A lot of marching. A lot of
You're a marching girl.
A lot of sequined outfits.
Did you have a ribbon?
Top hat?
And I didn't do the ribbons. I was probably too uncoordinated for that. But they'd give you like the plain leotard and then you'd have to go and do all the sequins on it. And all the other parents would be like, where's Lauren's? I'll take Lauren's. Because they just knew that my mum was not, couldn't use the Janome, couldn't use the... She wasn't sitting at home having a glass of red and beading sequins onto my outfits. Nor she was not doing that.
What's she like in the kitchen? What's her cooking like?
Homely.
Oh, what? No.
Homely. That's
Was
So
she
Michelin chef.
more a Canton kind of operator?
my favourite word. Rustic.
No, she was
Rustic.
good. She texted me right now. Just saw my phone light up. I don't want to read that. But she was a good cook, Liz.
What's the text say?
No, it's not her.
My mum especially, very forgetful. So we'd be at school, we'd be
Oh,
at party.
this is the worst.
we'd
This is
be-
the worst.
And she'd just forget.
To pick you up.
She'd just forget. Either distracted, she'd forget. She's got
She'd-
too many kids,
she'd
very
Too many
busy
kids.
life.
A lot of kids.
Very busy life, just very forgetful.
Maybe she was on the Chardonnays deliberately
Especially
leaving you there.
Forgetting her kids.
What was the longest you waited?
I remember we were at primary school once and we waited at the crossing and the you never know it's a bad sign when the lollipop lady packs up and goes home.
That's when
She's like, you're gonna have to go and sit in the office.
She's winding those little
Oh,
red
no. And
flags
meanwhile,
up.
Tones is at home watching Bold and Beautiful, thinking, God, it's quiet
when the
around here
lollipop
today.
lady packs up, you're spending the night at school.
Very forgetful.
And then they sting your parents for your after-school care.
Yes. 13 24 10 is our number. My God, the phone lines have lit up. We normally do what do your kids suck at? Kids in Melbourne today, it's your turn. What do your parents suck at? Revenge is a beautiful dish, and we'll do it next.
What does your parents suck at?
Great job, champ. Nice try.
Let's do it. 13 24 10 to hit us up.
Let's do it.
Lots of kids sitting on hold.
Isa from East Keilor. Does your parents suck at something?
My dad sucks at putting his socks on.
What? How does
Sorry,
How
what?
does he get it wrong?
So what he does is he has to roll on his back to put them on, and then once he finishes, he's out of breath.
I get it.
Hey.
He can't bend down and touch his
Is that-
toes.
Oh, so he rolls back and
Tries
puts his
to
leg
pull
up.
his socks.
Isa,
Yeah.
is that because he's got a big belly?
Yes.
Good on you, Dad. Dad's living. Dad's been living.
He'd be rolling around like he's beached.
That's what he's saying. He's beached Desbro. He's out of breath by the end of it. All right, Grace from Berwick. Good morning. How old are you, Grace?
I'm a big kid. I'm 26.
Great.
But still a kid.
Even better. What does your mum suck at?
My mum sucks at listening/multitasking. Like the second that woman is touching her phone, there is no ears.
Yeah.
Like, will not listen to you, will not hear anything, will genuinely not even know you were speaking until minutes later. She
Question.
is
That's me.
Are you Lauren's daughter? Because
I think it's catchy.
that is Phillips to a T.
It is. And I say to people, if I'm not looking at you, looking you in the eye, I ain't listening.
I get that, but the problem
I
is we go,
understand that.
hey, Lauren, can you listen for a sec? And you go, no. And you look back at your
Yeah,
phone.
at least I'm being honest and I say no. So you know when I'm listening and when I'm not. But I'm not good at multitasking. I can't have too many balls in the air at once. So I get overwhelmed.
Okay. Arian from Truganina. Morning.
My dad really sucks at doing my homework.
Oh, my parents sucked at that as
But
well.
why is your dad doing your homework? Shouldn't you be doing it, Arian?
It's communal
No,
effort.
he's helping me, but he can't. Once the solar system diorama, I want to build it, and then add Lego, but he couldn't even find the correct pieces for me, and it's so annoying.
What were you trying to build? The
solar
system. It's
you know what?
tricky.
That's a foam ball job. Go down to Spotlight, you can get those little foam
Can
balls.
you?
Yep.
Different
And
sizes.
Yeah, and then I would suggest getting skewers.
Yes.
Like the little wooden skewers, and then put that in polystyrene and just do the little
The
solar
teachers know when the dad's done it, don't they? They can pick it.
Mate, the teachers are bloody
don't
9
care.
Vinos in. They're just marking those sheets
Oh,
to get
yeah.
them done.
Do you still buy the big poster paper from the art shop food projects, or is it all online now?
It's all online now.
Oh, that's sad. I used to
Really?
love going to the
No
place
glue
and
sticks?
picking all the poster
The
paper.
paddle pop sticks, you'd have to build
Oh,
houses and
yeah.
stuff.
We're old.
Sad.
All right, Emily from Pakenham, you're
Everything's in colour
10
now.
years old, Emily. What do your parents suck at?
My mum sucks at making pasta that's edible.
That's edible. Does she overcook it or undercook it?
She goes the al dente. Is it too hard?
She undercooks it, and the meat is always not meating.
It's not meaty enough. It's not cooked enough.
Too watery.
Oh,
I can
Mum.
eat it like a soup.
You could eat it like
Is she,
Is Mum laughing in the background?
Yeah.
Oh, Mum, pull your socks up.
Yeah.
Go and get a Latina Fresh style.
Emily, what
They're
else?
foolproof.
What else does Mum try and cook? Not very well.
I like Greek food.
She good at Greek food, or does she suck at that too?
She sucks.
She sucks.
It's not hard to do Greek food.
I
Cook a
love
bit of meat,
Emily.
chuck a bit of feta over it. Voila. We're in Greece.
Voila.
You said wella. Wella. We're in Greece. You couldn't have sounded more Australian just then.
That was fun.
I like that.
The
empowering
phones
the
are
kids.
still going absolutely
I
chocolate.
know,
I think we
kids-
should do this more regularly.
Yeah, kids really like owning their parents.
Shout out this morning to the great people at What Ability, headed up by my mate Steve. And a shout out also to little Leo, who yesterday we went out on a little friend date to Archie Brothers at Chadstone
Who
Shopping
did you go
Centre.
with? Sorry.
With What Ability. So what they do is they basically provide disability support across Australia.
Oh,
so little
amazing.
day trips,
Good on you,
little
mate.
adventures. They do overnight camps as well. So
And who did you meet there?
so Leo is a little boy that we actually met during our Say Hey campaign recently. He came down and said
Is this
g'day
the
to
one that
us.
shook your hand
He
at
was a
Oakley?
mini-me.
Yeah. So
He loved Clint.
He did. He was
Like you were
very
his hero,
well, he
mate.
loves TV. He loves radio. He loves
No, don't
100.
downplay it. He bloody
loves
loved you.
you.
And it was so sweet to watch, and you were so good with him. I was really impressed.
Well, the good people at What Ability got in touch and said, let's do a little day trip to Archie Brothers. I'd never been before.
Is it like Time
it's
Zone?
a setup.
Is it like Time Zone?
Sort of like a yeah.
But it's
At
got
Chadstone.
It's got dodgem cars.
Sick.
Yeah, there's big party rooms. A lot of kids. I had to pick up the boys at a kids' party there.
Is it a drop and go for the kids' party, or do you have to hang around?
It is, but nothing's drop and go at Chadstone. Trying to get a car
No.
park to run in and pick the kids
Well,
up.
there's skill testers.
Oh,
I'm
There's-
no one is better at a skill tester than me.
There's
No,
air
I'm pretty
hockey.
good.
There's you know those where you shoot the basketballs. I was quite good at that.
Did
quite
they have
strong at
that? You know that little bowling game where all the circles and you got to roll up the ball and it lands in the centre circle. You get
Got that.
Did you get tickets?
Got tickets.
How many tickets did
so
you
we
win?
started with NASCAR because I'm pretty good at that. So I'm like, come on, Leo, let's
that
go.
like
Let's go
Daytona?
have a go.
Yeah.
So it was 2-player situation. So him versus me.
Who won?
I won pretty easily.
Oh,
Well, I should
way to
hope
let
so.
the kid win, Clint.
Well, hang on. You've got your driver's license, and how old's Leo?
Way to let his hero wipe the floor with
To
him.
be fair, I drove in Clint's car yesterday, and I'm surprised you made it to the end of the track.
It
Clint.
was quick. Anyway, then we started playing. We played air hockey, which was good. He got me back on that one. I wasn't very good. Wasn't
Air
very-
hockey's overrated.
Yeah, I agree. I get over it.
Air hockey, mate. Why'd you choose air hockey
Had
for?
a hoon on the
Of all the
Dodgem
games.
cars.
Oh, yeah.
That was fun.
Trying to get it.
Yeah.
Now, were you
Yeah.
in a Dodgem car with Leo or separate?
They're separate.
Did you try and run him
he
off the
didn't want to
road?
drive with me.
I don't blame him.
And then we went bowling.
Oh no, 10
Hang
pin.
on.
bowling.
Bowling the video game.
Oh no, Jase.
10 pin.
10-pin bowling.
Jesus.
Because there's a strike bowling attached to Archie
Now,
Brothers.
Can I just say, I thought bowling was like 1980 activity, right? I've taken
No, they're like nightclubs now, aren't they?
Mate, I took the boys up to the one on the Nepean Highway at Moorabbin. It is heaving. Heaving.
It was heaving yesterday afternoon as well.
On a Wednesday.
People everywhere. Very good 10-pin bowlers
They
as well,
love
I
it.
might add.
But it's just so awkward bowling. Do you have to wear those silly little shoes?
So I didn't realise the rules have changed somewhat with the shoes. So if you've sort of got a rubber sole,
You're good to go.
You're good to go. You don't have to wear the silly little shoes. So
No tinea for you.
as it turns out, I was the only one who had to change out of my Aquilas.
Oh, tinea for him.
So you were the only one in the Velcro or that shoelaces?
I went the Velcro, the multicolour Velcro size 10.
Are they still like Ronald McDonald red?
Oh, no, they were coloured. They were like, looked like Joseph and his amazing Technicolor dream
In
coat.
shoe form.
form.
But they're so slippery. Don't you think they're slippery?
Yeah.
And if you dare take one little bit of foot over the line and you get on the actual bowling thing, it's slippery. Did you have the bumpers out?
No, worse. Did you use the ramp?
The ramp of shame.
I
Have
didn't
you seen
use
the ramp? Where you put
So
the
we
ball
got
on,
up
you
there.
just push it
Leo's
down?
like he's
for
obsessed
kids.
with footy. So he said, let's when we key in our names, let's key in footballers' names. So he went as Jesse Motlop, right?
That's
And he
great.
goes, I like Christian Petrarca because he's on Nova. So can you be Christian Petrarca? So I'm like, sure.
Pretty much the same rig.
Absolutely.
Very similar rig
Leo,
at the moment.
come on.
So it's
It is
Jesse
nothing
Motlop
like Christian Petrarca.
up against Christian Petrarca.
How'd you go, Track?
First couple of, what do you call it? A throw? What is it?
A roll.
A roll.
A bowl.
First couple
it's
now,
called a
I
bowl.
haven't
It's a
done
bowl.
this. I haven't done this since my teenage years.
You could
right?
put your
I'm now
shoulder out. And what about when
in
you
my
don't know how
40s.
heavy to get your ball?
Oh,
The
yeah.
weights on
my
the balls
goodness
can really
gracious.
throw you, and the finger holes.
Try having your bloody
Wedding ring on.
King Charles fingers
Oh.
caught in
Fat
the ball.
fingers in some of the
Sausage
small
fingers.
holes.
Yeah,
I went
sausage.
an XL.
Good call.
Anyway, Leo's very good. He's had a lot of practice. He was
Did he do
wiping
that
the
thing
floor with me.
When
and
he bowled, did he put one leg behind the other? You know, the
Oh,
little,
yeah,
the
little
little
swish.
step and swish.
Whoosh. He says to me after 3 trundles or 3 rolls or whatever you call them,
They're not called trundles.
he goes, I think we're going to need the bumpers.
For you. For you.
Boy, how dare you?
Were you terrible? Who won?
I think we're going to need...
I had like what's akin to a slice in golf. Just sort of.
What? We landed on the other...
Oh, that's embarrassing when that happens. When it
Oh,
Just
just
kept
yeah.
getting the one
You're
on the
like,
end
oh.
every time. Anyway, there was a malfunction, like 5 trundles in,
Yeah.
5 rolls. What do you call it?
Bowls.
Bowls in, and the machine stopped working. So
You broke
I was
it.
Oh, you pulled the plug out.
It's a 0-all draw
You
here.
pulled the plug out.
But shout out to Leo.
Hey, good for you, mate. Going
think
out
he's-
and honestly, like I always think when we end up at the hospital with the kids, or you know, any time like you've got to do something with the kid, some people are out there doing it so much tougher than us, and
Oh,
that would have
God.
meant the world to him yesterday.
Good job.
good
He's
on
actually
you,
going to come in tomorrow. He's coming into Nova to see you guys because he wants to know where you're hiding.
mate. Oh, well, we're here. We're going to need an air hockey table in here tomorrow.
Oh, I hate air hockey.
Okay, we'll get it.
But if Leo likes it, we'll get one.
All right.
But he can also really spill the beans on how terrible Clint does at all of those things that he just said he was quite good at.
I wonder what footballer he'll say I look like.
Oh, no. Big Kev. No, he's not a footballer. Who's the guy in the cheer
Kev.
squad?
Sam Newman, I'm a bit of a washed up
Big
mess.
Kev. Big Kev.
No, not Big Kev.
He's up there.
Who's the guy in the Collingwood Cheer Squad guy?
No.
Oh,
No.
Big Kev.
No, you know what? All of a sudden I want to be Big Kev. You're on the air with Jase and Lauren.
Thank you for being a friend.
Clint's here as well, and a massive thank you to everybody for joining us on the show today.
We're still laughing at your nose.
Well, there's the nose, but also something very funny happened in here before. We were talking about very early this morning how we're all quite competitive, and there was that Frank Green mystery box thing that you could buy with the water bottles. We all got different things.
This is those Frank Green water bottles. Every man his dog.
Yeah, and you could buy a $129 mystery box. You didn't know what you were going to get.
Well,
We all
I
got.
think there's an $89 version as well.
Is there? Yeah.
But they're sold out.
I think they're sold out now. Anyway, this is not an ad. We actually paid for them because we wanted to see what we would get. And Jase has been flapping around all morning, mixing and matching bottle tops, coffee tops. And he's like, this is just this water bottle. It's such an small size for a water bottle. He's been going on and on and on
It's
about
only
it.
450 mils.
And literally, that was 3 hours ago. He's been talking about it. 5 minutes ago, he opens the lid and he, guys, this is a coffee cup. It's like we've been saying that
I thought
all
it was
morning.
like, I thought in thirst emergency, take 2 sips. I thought it's like one of those just.
He thought it
And
was.
then you said, I might put my green tea in it.
Yeah.
I've never seen you anywhere near a green
No,
tea
I'm on the
bag.
peppermint teas at the moment.
Why?
Just to help relax me. I'm a new
It's
man.
not working.
We're going to need more
Put
tea.
it in his veins. Put it in his veins.
Have a great day, everyone. Mel is in next. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Thank you for being a friend. Gonna be a good day.
Jason Lauren.
Wake up feeling good.
On Nova 100.
Jase and Lauren.
Follow them on socials.